What you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There's a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We only get up, the hell with that down low. I cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt you to remember that. Walk with the king of kings beside me. Just like the root in India, I read. I volunteer, know the Lord didn't hire me. It is the spirit that inspired me. Water of life to show the chief where the fire be. We have no time for those that be acting grimy. Yeah, I get it. You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you free your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you. Hell, you chain yourself down mentally, spiritually. Come on, free your mind. You a king. Free your mind, chick. You a queen.
Wrong.
Let me get some.
Tell, but I'm pretty wrong.
Some funk to it.
Could be wrong.
I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean. So Caribbean. Yeah. Yes. Bounce to this. I'm just a black man title, yo, give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And would you figure, Mr. Man, while you're kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat? You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, past sinful acts. Be very nimble, Jack, or Jill will get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the idle cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old mouths. The spirit flows, so my folks throw that. Live for the wise as well as the spoiled.
Damn, that hurts.
So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah. We need some 3 parts on this, man. Chorus, come on, line up.
Different shit now,
yo. I need y'all 3 parts.
Different shit.
I don't know how you can work it out, but work it out.
You on some woke shit.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is.
You on some woke shit. You on some woke shit.
Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is.
It's really about it, too.
Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword, and I'm taking you out. You try to stop me, and I'm faking you out. Man, I wish I had an apprentice to build this work. Collaborate on synthesis, and I hope you remember this. Keep your enemy near you. Woo! Far away, keep those that are dear to you. I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew. Heavily until the little habit turned deadly. I used to have a bud every day and all week. Intoxicated to the point where I couldn't hardly speak. So do the knowledge, that means hold your head. Let the past stay dead and keep a level head. And don't be misled. Remember most of what I said. I'm hot like times in a rock, but you gotta stop for working on your song. By the end of the night, how deep this music is.
The game, the world, and lose the soul.
Hope you can see by the end of the night
How deep this music is. Man, the game, the world, and lose the soul.
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demanded. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media planned it. I love flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more time in design to destroy cities. My rhymes inspire minds. I'm known as Big Papa, but I ain't your daddy yet. But I could be your bro if you could get the concept. There'd be many that stand whenever I rip, but it's devastation whenever I rip. I spit flows that hit like mouth on tits, straight legit. You fake rappers need to understand that felonies, gunfights and drugs will make a true MC. And I will do more than talk this talk. I will defiantly walk this walk. There's no need to spaz. Your nose bleeding while I'm beating your ass. You in the cesspool. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. Whether the private the man, the game, the world, and lose your soul. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. Ancient Chinese secrets now.
Yes. Did you not pay attention in your history class, partner? Wake up. Yes, sir. Partner. Wake up. Yes, sir. Partner. Wake up, son. It is written that there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. And that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So take your position. Don't you know you are part of that scripture, yo? Yo, you've been getting in the way and what you knock you down. Yes, but we gonna bring the light, yeah. A Max B production, baby. You know what it is. Listen, I'm known to tell you to fight back. There's no need to sell crack just to live fat. Why don't black superstars simply give back when they know it's a struggle just to live black? Can you picture that, Mr. Aristocrat? I'm coming from the bottom, rising to the top. I'm conscious of the tone on the CDs I drop. I won't flip-flop like a black bass, but I will put a message in the song before I hook your ass. See, we first class living, worse than slaves of the earlier days. When we adapted the ways of the slave master, I stand upon it, the very rock which put your people in bondage just to get 100. The big face kind, and it don't matter if it's making people lose their freaking mind. That's why I'm speaking mine. Hopefully they change yours to pull you out of these streets from these drugs and strange whores. Huh. Is anybody care?
Okay.
Is the love out there?
There is. But it ain't what you think it is.
Is anybody care?
Herbo, the losers, DJ. What's up, baby? What's happening? What's happening?
It's like
Yo,
you died inside.
I just picked up like 1,000 rounds. But we're not trading with that. That's like 65 grains. So that's.
Rebel against the laws in the cities we reside.
I can't show a gun.
The circumstance, though our eyes open wide, fail to coexist, let alone coincide. Eat chicken many ways, but prefer it fried, like your man on death row when it's cried. It's death to mistake because somebody lied, and we can only pray that Christ is by his side. Confessing on the statement implied with no proof, now wasn't warning cry.
I can't show it, but it's in the bag.
I truly doubt it. That's why we stay in the
That's one.
Just cause it ain't
that's
enough.
600. The other one's got 4.
And if they
that's 62 grain though. So that's rotate. So one old ammo is what I'm gonna shoot up. Whew. Good gracious. And I got a lure. It should be arriving Friday or Monday. Cause you know we had that fake President's Day yesterday, I guess. So oh man, that's a good 60 pounds, man, easy. I don't like lifting heavy stuff no more, y'all. You can call me a bitch or whatever you want to call me. I don't care. Oh, that's 600 rounds. 62 grain. American Sniper. Can't show it though. So, oh, you saw the book, right?
Slave to the system. Yeah.
The Protocols of the Goys for Zion. Oh, I gotta play everybody's music. My apologies. Let them come in. Then I broke free. I gotta hear this though.
I wanna see my folk free.
A slave to the system. Then I broke free.
Though I may not be with, I wanna see my folks free.
A slave to the system. Then I broke free.
Though I may not be with, I wanna see my folks free.
A slave to the system. Then I broke free.
Though I may not be with, I wanna see my folks free. Hold up a minute, fam. Let me ask you this. Did your last promotion
offer you an ass to kiss? Hashtag for this. I know a better way, a minute, honestly. Wonder why you bastard shit. Your heart's got to be right to make it from here. For animosity and hate, you can place
right here.
No time for pity.
I can tell when he been. You want to read now?
We got a call to take.
Just jumping on the books. Slow that down. I gotta talk like that now. You know, we gotta keep it in the hood, man. We ain't walking around here looking like Urkel. You know, Urkel was part of conditioning. You know that, right?
More beef than the shark can say. Now that's the scholar's way. No lust for the cause of throwbacks.
I wish one of them would come talking to smack. This writ by them. All they did was steal everything from us. It's time to add them.
Slave to the system.
Then I broke free.
I may not be with. I want to see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free. I may not be with. I want to see my folk free.
Oh, I got some hammers. They know. I got some hammers. I got them 515s. Them delusional bomb makers.
Just because I come and say that, you dude, I don't play that. When my boy D-Lo was killed, you know you saw me on the news. If you choose to look way back, so stay back. I'm militant like Osama, intelligent like Obama.
I gotta eat.
And you can ask your mama, no need to wonder. I'm not the tenth one under the commission of the author of life. When I was younger, I was.
So I bought 1,000 rounds. Can't beat that at $500.
Remember you. Our lives change, but still things remain the same. Slave masters got these brothers' brains and chains. Yo, I'm feeling your pain. Down and out in life, saying your prayers, but not seeing the change. We in the sin nation.
Come up, there's still something there. You can get some.
Then I broke free, although I may not be rich, I want to see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be rich, I want to see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be rich, I want to see my folk free. A slave to the system. Then I broke free, although I may not be rich, I want to see my folk free.
When you get that center, that balance. You get that balance, and you can block all them bad frequencies. That's when I go to DJ. I be listening to this stuff at night when I go to sleep. I'll be like, and then when he start doing that open mic shit, nigga, you LA nigga. Mestizo ass nigga. You Scottish right motherfucker. That's my brother. That's our brother. It's tribe, goddammit. Alright. I was doing too much, y'all. 3 hours of sleep. I was like, man, this man shit ain't gonna work. I just got in. I was like, wait a minute. Even my Navajo brother was like, you're red. You alright? Why? Dude, you look a little pale. I'm fine. I look in the mirror. I look okay. He said, nah, man, you look tired. He was right. If I had good 5 strong women around me who were beloved sisters, changed their ways and learned how to, knew what they were about, I'd probably grow 2 inches. Guaranteed. I was 40 years old when I was 5'9", 5'8", 3/4. About 5'9". I grew up at 5'10". I've actually made it a little bigger than that because I used to wear a brace for my scoliosis. So I was a little about 5'10" and a half. I stopped wearing it, so I'm at 5'10" and without shoes on. Everybody in my family is 6 foot and over. would show DJ's picture, but we don't do that here. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on, beloveds? JB, DJ, Marcus, Herbo, Richard Lone Wolf. Excellent video, bro. It's new. What's up, mama? Got messages, woman. Marcus, James Bond, what's cracking, man? We need to establish a new Kings. You know what I'm saying? Not let the Hollywood fake Britons do that. You know what I'm saying? The Kingsmen. I don't know who's coming up with Rondo this weekend. Get it together. Oh, Westside's gonna hit me up too, y'all. So me and him been kind of like chatting, not really chatting, but like, you know, he's doing his music and stuff like that. So everything's a process. You feel me? But yeah, just wanted to let y'all know. T. Hines, what's up, beloveds? What's happening? What's up? What's going on, everybody? What's happening, tribe? Appreciate y'all. AK TRU HERU. I know that's right. Yeah. But you know I got it all right here. And if you got some more that I didn't get, you make sure it's in SoundCloud, bro. So that way I can tap on it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because you know I got y'all up in here, man. This ain't no game, cuz. I got yeah. Send more. I gave him a Gmail. People talking about, yo, wish you know, I ain't seen nothing. Anywho, let's get the light on. Want to get the read on. Oh, damn. I got on my old 1984. This is 1984 Kung Fu t-shirt, y'all. The other one's got the little logo of the school, the gymnasium. Y'all know that. This one, I wanted one just so I could just wear it with some of my monk stuff, my grays, my red, my purple suits, and my green for like cultural fairs when I was doing them. When I was doing cultural fairs, I was doing all kind of forms and, you know, and I had to look the part and all that crap, about 175 pounds. There we go, that's good. So yeah. Actually, somebody was telling me they got some video footage of me at the cultural fairs doing the lion dance, the dragon form, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I never want nobody to record me. You know what I mean? But you know people have. They got me. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this read. My apologies for dragging it on for so long, but I wanted to get enough people in here. I'm going to start doing a thing where if I don't get like 50 likes, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm just going to be like, appreciate y'all coming in, beloveds. I'm out. I got to set boundaries. And I need to upload. I got about 30 gigabytes, maybe 40 gigabytes of videos I need to upload and stop talking about it. The podcast set up. But I want to invite some knuckleheads who want to argue a case with other people. They don't say that to me too much. They just like, I guess somebody's saying, don't argue with him because he's going to clean the tape clock with him. But I want him to come over. So when I hit that and set it in the studio, you'll have the time, you'll have the date, it's all set up. So when you read and you see it, you'll know exactly what's about. So get your ammo together. You dig what I'm saying? Your information. All right? So I appreciate y'all. I got my PJs on. I was going to put on, I'm not into the Hebrew Israelite, but I have clothes that I've had for over 30 years. They got little fringes and stuff before it was even a thing. Like, I was, you know, me and a handful of people was doing it already, you know. I still like wearing them because they're 100% cotton. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into Exposing the Expositions 1851 to 1915. This is the revised, y'all know, 2021 based off of 2019. Don't buy it. It sucked. And if baby girl started, if you bought it, don't. Trust me, you're going to put it away and be like, why did I get that? For a beginner, it would be all right because it's more pictures and stuff like that. The vernaculars aren't so solid, but this one is the hit. And make sure you read it. Some people will just read straight through. I could dig that. I can't do that. If I was to read straight through, I would eat the book up. Okay? So what I do is I combine it. Now, this book I should be reading literally with about several other books, but that's just too much. Only time I'm going to do that with Flatlanders. Because when we get done with this, we're going right into Jamil Samseed's Don't Call My Dummy No Dummy. Again, don't call my, both his books. And it's phenomenal. And hopefully, like I said, Brother Man is coming this weekend. We'll hook things up, make things work, clear off some stuff because I got a lot of stuff on my table I've been working on, and get some things cracking other than going out to the range and blowing up some tannerite, you know, and shooting some targets. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Exposing the Expositions 1851, 1915, revised edition, Hoddy Mikowski, Court of Honors, and this is Chicago, y'all. This is Chicago. You know, all this was, I think all this was filled in. This was, they did not, these Peckerwoods did not build it. They didn't know how to build it. None of them. Okay? So if any of y'all didn't catch up, go back in the last few videos where I'm not giving tea and burning the midnight oil, go back and check out, as far as the ratings. It'll have the two. I didn't put it on this one. It'll have the two. I put my face up on it. But anyway, let's get into it. Excuse me. Yesterday we were talking about England, France, Germany, St. Petersburg, as far as the old, you know what I mean? That they didn't build none of that. Okay? So while I do, check this out, while I do not believe the historical record he presents, I do feel the study of his books is important because his collection research, and I'll let you know who, his collection research can obtain him the documents that reveal the true history of North and South America. All right? There was no goddamn TVs or yurts here. Never. In history, I have not read that anywhere until the early 1900s. I'm serious. Didn't exist. Maybe with certain generals out in the battlefields, but it wasn't how you think it was. What you see on TV is a lie. Okay? All right, so anyway. We're talking about Barkley anyway. Shoot, my nose is itching. Okay, and what he did was purely a lie, fabricated. All right, so anyway, I think he knew the truth, preserved it for his elite friends, then wrote what was going to be the narrative that they wanted the common people, us, to believe. Now, you need to also know this. When people say elite today, it's in ignorance, utter ignorance based on liberals. They're not elite nothing. They're elite amongst themselves. You need to know that. Because what you do is you give that energy, you establish a precedence that never existed. They're not elite. You're the elite regardless. Okay? Going to be the narrative, and they wanted the common people, us, to believe. And most of us have until very recent times. So again, his book of the fair, for me, is beyond important. When this project is complete, I am going to go back and read through some of his other books. So I feel he may have found, and I'll let you know the individual's whole name again. The truth of Americans' origins. And like any author, it will sneak into the writing. You got to remember that everybody knew our history. Everybody knew everybody's history. It's the wars and the sacrilege of these perversions. Okay? So, you got to deal with Morris William Alfred. Was the Bancroft? Well, I know he's with the Bancroft Pacific. You have a lot of the different museums. We already covered all that. Talking about not just the Smithsonian here, but the one in France. Remember? It's still there. I went to it, couldn't go in. Wasn't allowed to go in at the time. Desert Storm was getting ready to kick off. All right, but anyway, William Alfred Morris, or the Oregon historian. All right. Remember, you can look him up. Okay. Shoot, we got gas, man. I don't know why. Just look him up for right now. As far as Bancroft, you already have that. And you can check him out as far as Egyptologists, Egypt and all that kind of stuff, which we know over there, Egypt was a pyramid, but the pyramids of Giza and everything is backwards are the youngest pyramids on earth. Okay? Remember that. Okay, we're going to leave it right there. Okay? Because we're going to get into the stuff as far... let me read this one part. I think y'all find this pretty interesting. Just check this out. I've come across a glorious old book, one that might have been of the many that Bancroft had found originally. Today, it can be found uploaded to the internet as America, being the latest and most accurate description. Now, y'all know I showed you all I have that. I have the PDF. Okay, and I have the book. But anyway, of the New World by John Ogilvy. God, you know I showed you the book yesterday. Look at me. It's right here. I got a ton of books up here, guys. I got a couple other books, but those are ones that I had bought. So I'll show those down the road. Those are for metaphysics and stuff, as far as the personal infrastructure. Now, the one that has like Kimberly R. Norton, that's a nigger. She is attempting to paint a different picture, but I also have his original book, which y'all saw that one too. God damn it. Under the Custodians. Oh my goodness. Oh, shit. This is the one without, all right? And Lefkowitz. All right? So, there we go. All right, let me finish reading this. My apologies. Anyway, latest and most accurate description of the New World by John Ogilvy in 1671. Yes, it was talking about cities and all that. Don't get it twisted. It is to be placed in the Smithsonian Library, which again gives credence to me that they got what Bancroft found. This book, if you read very closely, presents that the inhabitants of North America's West at this time had cities over 30,000 people to which lived in 4-story building, lime and stone houses, 4-story buildings and 5 and 6. Where are these buildings? Who was living in them? The depictions of many things in the book are spot on. So this is claiming civilization in North America beyond teepees and wigwams. And as I told you, long houses and wigwams were ceremonial. Ceremonial. The reconnection, never forgetting the importance of the earth. We were never a hateful people. Peckerwoods is a hateful mother suckers. After what's been done to them, we were very inviting and loving people. Easy to manipulate, but a very dangerous and deadly people. There you go. You know what? Let me put that right there. I'll mark the page, but put this back in there. There we go. Okay. Now we get to the heaven birds. I know y'all like cliffhangers. Cliffhangers. I'm famished, y'all. Parched. Let me drink some more of this hydrogenated stuff. It really helps a little bit. Oh man. Better than salsa water. Okay, here we got Heaven Bearers by The Great Reset of 1834 and the Mud Flood by Janine Helen. Excellent friggin' read. If you want to purchase the book, I would advise you. For safekeeping, this one's pretty worn up. I have a brand new one that I don't touch. It's in plastic. Phenomenal book. I think it's the 3rd time I'm reading this. That's Janine Helen in South Africa and Cape. Okay? It's a bigger picture. And what she's standing by is of the whole world. People want to believe that Africa, they had these things too. But the war, Leopold, there's like 4 different so-called fictional made-up kings and whatever you want to call them, regents, whatever, who went there to destroy a lot of stuff. They had all this, just like Australia. You think people playing the didgeridoo, walking around with white, that's war and calling on their ancestors. They murdered all the great people, the people wearing clothes. I've seen pictures going back to the so-called 1700s for you guys. I'm still holding on to this 1,000 years. All right? Walking around in the streets, big heads and big waves, froze, curled back. You know, the parliament sitting up there dark with wigs and the same stuff that we got here. But it's coming out. Pelicans, boy, they're finding some stuff. People keep saying stuff to me. You're weird. Look at what oh, that's 2 months ago. I've been doing this since 87. What are you so? Oh, but the beautiful thing is they're paying attention and they're digging and they're pulling it out, y'all. I wish it was y'all doing it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. As you remember her and Malcolm, touchy moments here. Let me get in character. She pulls away and touches his face. It was me, you know. I created the mud flood and killed billions of Tartarians. She turns her head away in shame and doesn't want him touching her anymore. He is surprised by what she tells him and lets her pull away from him. He watches her and tries to get a feel of what it is going on in her mind. No, that was Mother Nature, he replies confidently, only to notice her cheeks go flush, and he knows he is wrong. He steps away from her and turns around to catch himself. He can't believe what she just said and can't stop the emotions he is feeling. He has a pit in his stomach and it hurts. He starts to laugh out loud at the fact that he can understand her now. Why she would just stand there in the mansion and start crying. What is happening to me? He wonders. Why must I feel emotions now, suddenly? Your emotions will inspire the others, and together you can stop them. He hears a female voice echo in his head, and he looks around to see where it came from. He doesn't recognize it, and he wonders if he just imagined it. I am something more. Our reality is more than we know. Something important is missing, and I don't know what it is, she says, and interrupts his thoughts. And he tries to ignore her for a second so that he can hear that voice again. Oh, she found a new talent. Something is definitely missing. None of it makes sense. He finally responds and feels uncomfortable. Let us go. We can ask Cashapp when we find him, he says, but she can see his mind is elsewhere. She can't read his expression, and he grabs her by the hand and pulls her after him. She dully follows and wonders what he is thinking about and why he is upset with her. Malcolm, if you pull in your harder, my arm might just detach from my body. She stops and tugs her arm away from him. You are hurting me. What is the matter with you? He slows his pace and tries to grab her hand again, but she pulls away. They walk in silence for the next hour and eventually stop on the outskirts of town. We can't just find Cashapp. Truth is, we don't know where he is. We are merely meant to fulfill a particular purpose, and that is to find the pregnant girl and bring her to this place. Aiden says as he looks around and notices there is nothing here. Bonnie can sense his mood and looks towards the east. She can see the mountains in the distance, and she feels a warm breeze pass over her. Is there a star fort nearby? Perhaps in the mountains over there. She points in the direction of the east. Everyone looks at her in confusion, and no one answers her questions. I need to get to that star fort. She continues and crinkles her nose at the dumb expressions that are staring back at her. Bonnie, star forts are just empty forts. They have no purpose. The stories are all based on myth. Henry eventually says and tries to break the awkward atmosphere. Bonnie shakes her head and gives him a silly smile. Henry, there's a reason why there are thousands of them all over the earth, and it is not because they were used to ward off enemies. She pauses and can see he thinks she is crazy. What I am saying is that these forts were built for a reason, and is it not just a coincidence that they are scattered all over the earth? There is no such thing as a coincidence, sir. Malcolm is completely ignoring her, and Henry is scratching the tip of his boot into the ground. Aiden is facing the east and staring out into the dark abyss, and she approaches him. We need to head towards the mountains. Find me that star fort, she says out loud, and they reluctantly comply with her orders. She could floor them all and make them into ash. It takes them 3.5 hours, but they eventually find a small star fort next to a semi-dry lake. The water is crystal clear and smells sweet, but no one dares touch it. The light pink color is disturbing to look at. The star fort is covered by bushes and broken branches, and there are chunks of old rocks scattered all around it. There's plenty of star forts. Have y'all been to any of them? That's why I told you, the so-called Gulf of Mexico is not the Gulf of Mexico. It's named after my people, the Chata. The Chickasaw were the Chata. And there was a star fort down there in the Mississippi that was long destroyed. Half of it up under the water now. The one over at St. Augustine in Florida and St. Peter's. Y'all know about this? They've been long destroyed, the one that was over in Cali. I forget what they turned it into. They were everywhere. It doesn't seem like it has been used since the mud flood, yet it is not covered by any mud, she says, and finds it weird that the entire area seems relatively unaffected. The trees are big and old, and the air around them has a different feel and smell. She starts to clear away some of the plants that are blocking the entrance. to the star fort and notices old engravings carved into the rock. Can anyone here read Tartarian? She asks and pushes her finger into the grooves. Henry walks over and takes a good look and scratches his head. I know a few words. The first word is the and I'm sorry, but I can't read the rest. He answers and plunks himself down on the floor. He fiddles with some dry twigs, and she knows they need to figure this out soon. Cliffhanger. Gotta tell the story. Walking to a certain place. So they're at the Star Fort. And it's the bigger this, it's very important that they figure it out. Now, I like the fact that Janine Helen is putting a spin to keep it safe. But the Star Force was to fight something, and it did. They did a few times. A grand war that you cannot even imagine. And we fell. Well, betrayed by the very people you see now. But it was important because we did most of the building. I told you about the hot top people who traveled around the world and went to the islands of Anu and showed them how to build the buildings. The same thing with the so-called China, which was the Cathay. We went over there and showed them how to build those grand buildings and walls, the steeps, all that. That's the history they don't want you to know. That's what they want you to stay hidden from. And that's what I'm going to share with you. That's what I'm going to walk you through. Whether you want to know it or if you think you want to believe it. Believing is, it eludes from knowing and knowledge. All right? So most people want to talk with wisdom, but you have no knowledge. You're still a believer of things. You haven't researched. You haven't put yourself in a position to acclimate to the reality and allow yourself to feel something real for once. You dig? So what was that, DJ? And I've been too many Star Force, right? The statue of the whole of Babylon in New York City. Yeah, ain't that something? The Star Force, yeah, right up under the Statue of Liberty. And that was not built in France. The one that was made by France is in France. The one that was made in Italy there was niggers. I'm telling y'all, I wish people would know this. California Star Fort is the Camino Real. That's it, Kings Road, the Palisades. That's where but that's one. Now go up to the one that was up there in San Fran. That's supposed to have been even utilized during Vietnam and Korean War to house. They destroyed it, I think, and then made some fake thing. Jeeps and stuff like that. APCs. Big Pontiac. What's up, beloved? What's happening? What's happening? Greetings, beloved. The hill all done. Okay. Big dog. OG Philly came up in here. What's going on, beloved? Yeah, you in there now. I don't know how it wasn't in there before, but you in there now. So if you go, if any of y'all go over and check out all that, you go and subscribe to Big Dog Philly. Everybody subscribe to everybody. Y'all know I'm all about that. All right, beloved, it's good to have you up in here. Most skill, yeah, he breaks down the words for those who don't know. Y'all just need to pay attention, okay? And he's doing it's legitimate. James Bond, what's going on, beloved? I just want to shout everybody out before I get off of here and finish eating this food. I got your original Lone Wolf, and I got my baby girl Snoo. I hope you're still here, mama. I had a video last week, sometimes on that same book, and it is crazy how deep they got their roots in everywhere. Yeah, and that's what I keep yeah, man. You know, I ordered the books, because I have, when I was in college, right, and had the nooks and all that, because I got like 3 or 4 nooks because of some of the things, and because I was doing, medicine, want to be a doctor, law. Before I just said, boom, want to be a nurse. They was like, oh, well, you could go. Now you just got to go over there and go to the hospital and work, do the intern. Anyway, I have so many PDFs, man, and I still have an account for the where you can, I can just listen with my headphones all night. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like doing it. I like to actually put my hands on books. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, for sure. And and the beautiful thing is, it's not just about just the books. It's about, because I went to these places, I got to sit down with people. I always wanted to be around people 80, 90, 100 years old. It didn't matter where I was at. If I was in Chile, if I was in Argentina, if I was over in Ecuador, if I was over in Toulon or Cannes, France, Mallorca, Spain, Palma, it didn't matter where I was at. UK, if I was in Kiel, Germany, if I was if I was Hamburg, if I was in goddamn Holland, Amsterdam, it didn't matter. I had to be around old motherfuckers in the 80s. When I came back, and everybody's like, why are you trying to get a job at Thomas Edison Building? What do you mean trying? I'm already hired. I walked in there, they saw me. What do you do? I'm an inventor, but you know how to weld? I got a little bit in the military, but you know how to aluminum weld? No, well, you're going to learn now. I'm right off the back making $50 an hour. Then I went upstairs and wanted to have a little more, few dollars. Guy named James, Irish dude, short little midget nigga. And he looked like a little black, white motherfucker. But anyway, right? Showed me how to build children furniture and how to build furniture. 2.5 years, and I met two of the oldest survivors that worked and who told me that everything Einstein was a nigga, he ain't make nothing. Nikola Tesla couldn't stand what they was doing, so he wanted to be around us. He went to Harlem. You know, that's when my great-great-great-great-grandpa got shot in the back of the head after the cleaning of the bar. Chickasaw. They didn't like the fact that his hair was all the way down his back, and he wore it in 2 braids. And the girls were all over him. The guy, you know, he was like 6'5" and just big. Holcomb, he done cleaned the whole bar up, all these goofy niggas. Boom, boom. You know? He wanted to be around our people. They ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna give you some fake history. That's the benefit of knowing your family and your history. And having the stories passed down. And being the elder, the oldest. That's why I do magic. I hate that word magic and voodoo and shit. I do the old ways. And it's very effective. Anyway, appreciate y'all's number of love. I went ahead while I was at because I had internet when I was over at Gunfighter Canyon. I went ahead and ordered like another 5 books. I think it was 5 or 6. I'll look in there. I ordered 5 more, other ones that, you know. So anyway, it's nothing but appreciation and love, all right? And we got to do this together. And for those who want to stand alone, stand the fuck alone. I know exactly how you're going to end up. Shit's about to go down. It's about to go down. And a lot of people going to close their eyes and they're not going to wake up. It's just the way it is. People have not been preparing. They have not gotten themselves together. They don't have no gas masks. They haven't walked with a rucksack. Some of you probably can't even walk 2 city blocks without talking about I need to sit down. Better get it together, brothers and sisters. So who's coming up with you this weekend? The losers of humanity? Who's coming up? Who's manning up to come on up? So we can get out here. And if you come up, brother, we record us, man. We'll probably grab maybe Matt or whatever. We can get our shooting and have a good time. Everybody else, they want to stay out in this messed up world and not get it together and work these things out. Grab 7 grams. You hit him up? Because I know he's like 6 hours away, bro. He's 6 hours away from me. He's closer to you. Like, I got enough. We can get the tooling in. You know what I'm saying? All right, we can get the tooling in. You dig what I'm saying? Yo, T, what's up? We can get the tooling in. I mean, I might even let y'all shoot some new stuff. I don't know, not no full autos. Those stay for the moment. That stay for when things really. That's to keep heads down if I ain't got enough people around. You know what I'm saying? Smokes. Matter of fact, I got to order. I got to do some ordering right quick, too. Just a couple of things, all right? So I appreciate y'all. Can you send Graham's number? I don't have his phone number, bro. I thought you was going to hit him up on his page or comment. You know what I'm saying? I'll hit him up and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'll hit him up. He did send me a Gmail, right? I'll get with you, bro. I'll call you, all right? Anyway, appreciate y'all. It's nothing but love. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Cliffhangers, got to keep you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to get smoking, you know what I'm saying? Brothers, you already know it's 2 on the 1, and I'll see y'all in the AM. All right.